Hi everyone, Salesforce Admin Training, Day 15. Let's see today's topic. We'll quickly go through the previous session overview and we'll talk about the cross-object formula fields. What is a cross-object formula fields? And what are the differences between the custom formula field and cross-object formula field? And then we'll talk about the formula field assignments and then email templates. What are the email templates? The next topic is we will talk about the email templates. Now, in the email templates, today we will see email template folders and what is the standard email template folder and custom email template folders and what are the navigation steps for the email template, what are the email template types, and then we will talk about the plain text template. And then we will see the use case, plain text template, navigation, plain text template. And then we will talk about the interview questions, trial head links. These are the topics that we are going to see today. Now, what did we learn in the last session? Last session, we have discussed about the logical formula fields, square root, ceiling, mathematical. We have seen the mathematical formula fields. And then we have seen the is equal, is include. And also we have seen the best practices of the formula field. Right, so almost we have completed the formula fields last session. Now today we will talk about the cross-object formula field. Cross-object formula field. Now till yesterday, whatever we have done, till last week, whatever we have discussed about the implementing a formula field within a single object. Now, within a single object means in single object, whatever the fields are there, whatever the fields are available in the single object, those fields we are referring it and we are creating the formula field, right? Now, for example, I have two objects. Object 1, object 2. We have two objects, let's say account object, and then I have a contact object. Right? I have a contact object. Now, when these two objects are linked each other, that means there is a relationship is available. Could be any relationship, master-data relationship, or could be a lookup relationship. Whatever the relationship is there. Now, when we have a relationship between the two objects, now if I wanted to implement a formula field, how can I implement? That means on the contact object, we wanted to implement a formula field which is looking for the parent object field, In the parent object, we have a multiple fields are there. For example, rating is there. Rating is another field. So when we want to look for the multiple fields, parent fields in the formula field on the contact object, then how can I implement the formula field? Now this kind of a scenario is called as a cross-object formula field. This scenario is called as a cross-object formula field. Now, cross-object formula field is basically, this field is whenever we wanted to display, whenever the developer or an admin want to display the parent fields That means related object, whatever the parent fields are there, based on that, what we have to do the calculation. That means some formula field I need to apply it. So after the calculation, we wanted to display the final result. Display final result on the child object. Final result on the child object. So admin or a developer, whenever they wanted to display the calculated parent field object, calculated formula field based on the parent field, whatever the result is there, if we wanted to display those result on the child object, then we can use the cross object formula field. Cross object formula field. Now cross object formulas incorporate fields from related objects for a calculation and display on detail page list. Detail page list or a list view or a reports. These cross object formula fields can be used in the detail page, that means a record level. So whatever the records that I am viewing on the child object, those records we can see it, and also we can do the list views and the reports. Also, we can see the list view and the reports. And this formula get data from a related parent object to display on the child object. Now using them is a gateway to the avoid duplicate work, duplicate data and data consistency. So why do we use a cross object formula field? Specifically, it is a duplicate work. In order to reduce the duplicate work or duplicate data or data inconsistency, in order to avoid these things, we use a cross object formula fields. We use cross object formula fields. Take a notes of it. Now that means when we have a account contact, so there are two objects are there, account and contact. Now account is having a multiple child contacts. Account is the parent. Parent is connected to the multiple child contact. Now for example, I wanted to display the on the account level, what are the annual revenue is there. Based on the annual revenue, that annual revenue we wanted to display on the all the contacts that are there in the child. Right? In that case, we can display the if account has a 3 contacts or if account has a 2 contact, doesn't matter. What are the child records are there? All the child records should display the parent level field on the child. Right? For example, there is a website field is there. Website is there. Account, website. So account is a Swapna IT account. On that we have a field called website. Now this website I wanted to display on the different contacts. I wanted to display on the different contacts. For example, this Swapna IT account has a 2 contacts, Anita and Sushma. There are Swapna IT account has a 2 contacts, Anita and Sushma. Now these websites are needs to be displayed on the child, Anita and Sushma. Anita and Sushma, we need to display it. Take a notes of it. Okay. Now let's go ahead and implement it. Now on the account, let's go for an account object. Let's see how many contacts are there. Now we have a let's go to the Swapna IT application. And client is the account. For this account, we have so many records are there, right? So let's take a record, Salesforce. Now in the Salesforce account, we have two objects, Anita contacts. Anita is one contact and Sushma is another contact. Now in this details, in this account client details page, we have a website. Let's say that www.swapnait.com. Now click on it, save. Right, so for example, whatever the website name is there on the client object, those website names should be displayed on the contact page. It should display the same data inside the contact. Now let's go ahead and implement it. Click on setup and let's say here edit object. Now fields and relationship. Now let's create a new. And here the formula field. Click on the next button. Let's say here account website. Now this website is a text field because we do not have a URL here. So that's the reason I'm creating the text field. Click on the next button. Now what are we referring? This is I'm creating the custom field on the contact object. But what is the data that I need to pull it? I need to pull the client. There is another object which is called as a client. That is a standard object. We have renamed the account to client. Now I need to pull that account website. So let's go for the account. Now here it is the contact. Contact has a client. Right, so wherever the arrow mark is, there is nothing but those fields we can access in the contact object. Now contact client, let's say website. We need a website. Click on this account.website. Right, this is account.website. I'm pulling the account details website. Check the syntax. No syntax error. Click on the next button. Now click on the next button. Click on save. Now on the contact object, we will see one formula field which is called as a account website. Now let's go to the detail section. This is the contact. Here is the account website, www.swapna.it. Right? So that is the text field. Whatever is the same exactly there in the account, that's exactly it is displaying it. Now that's how basically if you bring the some fields of the parent on the contact child object level, some kind of a help. That means instead of writing the code, right? But sometimes what we need is I need a child object record. Along with that, parent object record field data also we need. Child object, parent object details, records, both the records we need, both the data we needed. So when we need both the data, so developers has to write some kind of a logic. They have to write a logic to pull the data from the database.com. So these two are inside the database.com. Now, when they are in the database.com, now developer has to write some logic to pull this data from here. So when they are pulling the data from here, there is definitely some kind of a limits are get applied. Now, instead of writing in one object I need to pull it. Otherwise, the parent object also I need to pull it. So that means 2 times we are doing the pulling from the database, right? So one pull is happening on the child, another pull is happening on the parent. So instead of me doing it 2 times of the pull, right? So instead of writing some logic to pull the 2 times, one is for the child and another for the parent. So instead of writing the 2 times, what we can do is on the child component, we can create a few more fields. We can create a few more fields, and these fields avoid one more pull here. I mean, developer need not to do any kind of a pulling here. Developer need not to do any kind of a pulling. So only one table if they pull it, automatically the parent records data also we can get within the same record. So in order to avoid another record getting it from the parent, we can avoid this. So that's the reason we created parent. And that's the reason we create a cross object formula field. We create a cross object formula fields. For example, let's say here on the account record, let's say it's a rating is a hot and annual revenue is greater than the 4,000. Annual revenue is greater than 4,000, as well as the industry equal to retail. As well as industry equal to retail. Then we will say that it is the retail customer. Retail customer. Now, how can we create it? On the contact object, click on the new button. When we click on the new button, now we are going to create a formula field. Let's say here I'm going to check that retail customer. I just wanted to check whether this person is a retail customer or not, which is true or false. Click on the next button. Now, insert contact line. What are we checking here? Rating. Rating is a pick list field. Rating is a pick list field. So first I need to check the rating. Insert. Now here rating is pick list. Now I need to use the pick val. Is pick val of the account rating equal to hot. Equal to hot. Capital H, small o2. And then the second one which I need is insert. What we are going to check? Annual revenue. Annual revenue. No, annual revenue is not available. We cannot see the annual revenue. What is the reason why cannot we see the annual revenue? Let's go ahead and see setup, edit object. Fields and relationship. Now, annual revenue is the currency field. Currency field. Now, annual revenue currency field we cannot see. Right, we cannot see the currency field. Currency field we cannot see. It's not available. We cannot find the currency field. What we can do is we will check the another field which is called as a industry retail. So here I'll take the industry. Industry is another pick list. Oh, wait a second. Here it is the client annual revenue insert. So which is a greater than 4,000. Annual revenue is greater than 4,000. Next, industry, comma, I need to find the industry. Click on insert client. Now industry. Click on the industry. Industry is pick list field, so I need to use the is pick val. Is pick val of whatever the pick list field is there, that pick list field equal to. Now here the text is retail. Text is retail. Text is retail. So here account rating equal to hot, and then annual revenue, account annual revenue is greater than 4,000, and is pick val account industry equal to retail. That means if these three conditions are true, if these three conditions are true, then only I wanted to check that this is a retail customer. Click on the AND button. Now in this AND, I have a first logic, which is a is pick val of rating equal to hot. Then second one is account annual revenue is greater than 4,000. Then we have a is pick val account industry equal to rating. Then close this AND button. Check the syntax. No error. Click on the next button. Click on the next. Click on save. If I go to the related list and let's go to the Anita. Now in this Anita record contact detail section. Now here we have another formula field retail customer. Now is this a retail customer? Click on go to the Salesforce. Now in the Salesforce, I have a annual revenue is greater than 4,000, rating equal to hot, and then industry equal to retail. Now if I say here annual revenue equal to, let's say 3,000, click on save. Now in that case, we are going to see here this is not a retail customer. It's not a retail customer. So that's how we are going to create a cross-object formula field. Cross-object formula field is nothing but from this child object, if you want to refer parent object fields, you can create a formula field and you can click on that insert and choose a whatever the parent object name is there, choose that parent object name, and then from the parent object, whatever the fields that you wanted to check, check that field. Check that field. Now, whenever we are creating the cross object or a custom formula field, cross object formula field or a custom formula field. Now, what is the differences between the custom formula field and a cross object formula field? Custom formula field and cross object formula field. Now, custom formula field is only refer the field of a object, the one which we are creating it. That means same object, in the same object, if I wanted to refer the fields, then we can use the custom formula field. Whereas cross object formula field is nothing but we are referring the related object. We can also use the current same object field. Also, we can refer the parent object fields also. We can also refer the parent object. Now, custom formula fields can be used in the custom formula fields can be used in the custom formula field and cross formula field object. Both of them we can use it. Now here cross object formula field cannot be used in the other custom formula fields. You cannot use it in the other custom formula fields. You need to have a relationship. Then only you can implement the cross object formula field. Take a notes of it. Mommy? Done? Okay. So cross-object formula fields, few notes on the cross-object. Whenever we are implementing the cross-object formula field, we need to remember few points. So the points are relationship can be a master detail relationship or lookup relationship. That means cross objects can be implemented between the between the either it could be a master data relationship or it could be a lookup relationship. But when we have a relationship, then only we can implement the cross-object formula field. And another point to remember is can refer fields up to 10 relationship away. That means maximum you can have a fields up to 10 relationship. But can be increased to 50. That means 50 links you can create it. Relationship fields you can create it. Can be further 50 up to 50 by, but there it is required Salesforce support help. It bypasses the security and sharing settings. Whatever the sharing settings and security are there. No, security and sharing setting is nothing but I have a two objects. One is the account object and another one is a contact object. Another one is contact object. Now there is a possibility that on the contact object, everybody can see. Contact object, everybody can see. Whereas account object can be viewed by only the person who has created. For example, 10 records are there. Account, there are 10 records are there. Now, one person is able to see only one record, other person is able to see only two records, other person is able to see all the 10 records. That means whatever the access they have it. So possible that this is a public, that means whatever the records are created in the contact, everything can be accessed by the everybody. Assume that account is the private. Account is private. Now I'm just taking this example, account and contact. So there is a possibility that it is a private access and this is a public access. In that case, whenever we are creating the field, whenever we are creating the cross-object formula field, now this cross-object formula field is referring the account. Now in this case, it is going to bypass the security. That means it is going to bypass it. Whatever the saving settings or a security are there, it is going to bypass it and it will allow them to create a record, create a formula field. Now, cross-object formula fields cannot be referred in the roll-up summary field. Cannot be referred in the roll-up summary fields where the customer fields, customer formula field, custom formula fields can be. Cross-object cannot be referenced in the roll-up summary, whereas custom formula fields can be referred. Take a note of it. Okay. Assignment, formula field, assignment. Create a formula field to display the account rating field on the contact page. You need to display the account rating field on the contact page. And create a formula field to display the first 5 characters of the name and the last 4 characters of the social security number separated by dash. That means on the account, you have a name field, right? So this is the name field. And you need to create a one more field here, social security number. Social security number. Now assume that your name is Salesforce. You have a name is Salesforce. And SSN number is some number we have it, right? So here you need to display in the formula field on the contact object. On the contact object, you need to create a formula field, and that formula field is going to take the first 5 characters of the first name, like sales. This is the 5 characters. Now, dash last 4 characters of the social security number. That means 6GGG. Now, this is the output it should display. This is the output it should display. Whatever the social security number is there, in that social security number, whatever the last 4 digits are there, those last 4 digits it is going to display. And next, create a formula field to find out the year is a leap year or not. Is the year is a leap year or not? Now, how you are going to find out whether it is a leap year or not? You have to divide it by the 400 or divided by 4 but not by the 100. So simply do it with the division of a 400. If you divide it by 400, then you will be able to get the whether it is a financial year or not. Now, create a formula field to search contact name in the Google. This fourth one you can remove it. Take a notes of 1, 2, 3. Now, let's move on to the next topic, which is the email templates. Which is email templates. Now, what is this email templates? Why do we have an email template in Salesforce? Let's assume that let's take a scenario. There are 2 people, okay? Person A and person B. Now, assume that they both have a bank account in HDFC. Both of them have a bank account in HDFC. Now, person A has a 5,000 in the account. Person B has a 10,000 in the account. 10,000 in the account. Now, assume that person B transferred the amount of, let's say, 1,000. He has transferred the 1,000 to person B. Person A. Person B has transferred the 1,000 amount to the person A. When this person has transferred the person A, the B person has transferred the amount of 1,000 to the person A. When this person has done the transfer, the first thing that whoever is transferred, first thing he is going to check SMS, whether how much time it is taking to transfer. That means if I receive a SMS, let's say that the deduction is happened. That means there is a out of 10,000, 1,000 is a transfer. So right now you have a 9,000 amount. Like this, some SMS as well as the email should also receive it. Email also this person should receive. Person B will be receiving the this SMS as well as the email. Similarly, person A is also receiving the SMS and email saying that there is a 1,000 amount is credited in your account. So you are right now the balance is, before you have a 5,000 plus right now 1,000 is a credited. So you have a total 6,000 amount in your bank account. Like this, there is a SMS will, both the persons will receive. Person B will receive it, person A will be receive it. Right? Email also they will receive it with the details, how much, what is the bank account and branch details, everything they will provide it in the email. Now, after the reviewing the email, after person A cross verify the email, everything, then he will go and check in the bank account whether it is really deducted here or whether really it is credited to the my bank account or not. Right? So, but the first thing is that they always check the email or SMS. In case if the person is not receiving the email or SMS, they are not sure whether it is really deducted or not, whether it is really credited or not. There is no confirmation. There is no confirmation. Now, when there is no confirmation for the person B and person A, the first thing what will happen is they will go to the bank, saying that first person B will go to the bank saying that I have transferred the amount to person A, but I have not received any SMS or email. What is the reason? Now they might say that server down or some problem in the bank account, or they will say something issue. Now, if the person is satisfied, they will. If he is satisfied with the answer, then he will move on. Otherwise, he would like to see some kind of updates whenever there is a transfer is happening, or whenever there is a credit is happening. They would like to see some kind of a update. Right. So here the emails are playing a very important role. Right. So we don't know how much important it is, but they are playing a very important role in whatever the action we are doing in the bank. Everything is covered with the email. That means whether you are crediting it or you are doing you are buying something using the credit card or a debit card. The first thing we will check is that after the card is swiped, we will first check in the SMS how much amount is deducted. Or in the email, we will cross verify, right? So that is very important. So those are called as the emails. So whenever we wanted to send an email, that means there has to be some template should be there. For credited, one template. For debited, another template. Right? For alert, another template. Template is nothing but some format should be there or some draft should be there. So whenever these kind of actions are happening, that time nobody is sitting in front of the system, right? So if there is no human interaction here, it is system, automatically system is generating the SMS, system is generating the email. Now when system is generating the email or SMS, system should know that which email template it should go. Which email template it should go. Now, when I say email template, now whenever we are writing an email to the, for example, we wanted to send our resume to the HR, right? Whenever we wanted to send an email to the HR, now what we will do, we will always open our compose email, right? So we will always open this compose email and we will do the to address and we will enter some details here. Then what we will do, I will save this as a draft. I will save this as a draft, right? So I'll be writing some emails to the HR. So what I'll do first, I'll prepare my draft template. And whenever I wanted to send an email, I will cross verify and I will send it. So whatever this draft is there, this draft is called as a email template. That means there is some format. There is some format or something has written. Here we will write that hi, I am sending details with by attaching the documentation. By attaching documentation. Right? So like this, I'll say here, I'll click on thank you and I'll say what are the thank you and whoever is sending that person name. Here I'll say that this is a resume or CV, whatever is there. We are not specifying the recipient name. We are not specifying the recipient name. I'm just writing the subject as well as the description. Whom to send it, we have not written yet. So when we do not have a to address, that means I just wanted to save this template inside the Gmail. Whenever I need it, I can use this template and just add a to address to that and we can send the information. Right? So this is called email template. Similarly, in the Salesforce also, we have an email template, which is nothing but a draft. Which is nothing but a draft. It contains the subject email content, which can use to notify the people. Now, in another way, email templates is also called as a communication templates. Communication template, that means somebody is communicating to the system or system is communicating to the another person. Right? That's the reason we call them as a communication templates. And there is no limit right now how many email templates to create it, no limits on that. And each organization can have a set of emails, employees, customers, partners, end users. Right? Every organization has this clients, customers, partners, employees. So there is a possibility that sending the emails to the employee is a different. Now, whenever we are selling some product, whenever the company is selling a product, now there is a different email for the actual customers. Customers who are outside of the company, we will be sending the different emails. The people who are working inside the company, they will have some kind of a offer and they will have a different type of email templates. Now, that means whenever we are sending an email to the either employee or a customer or a partner or end user, based on that, we can choose which email template can be used for the sending the email to that particular person. If it is a partners, then we will send a different type of email. Right? If it is the end users, we'll have a different type of emails. Now, whenever we wanted to communicate with the customers, partners, or employees or end users, we can use the different email templates. By using these different email templates, we can communicate with the multiple people. Take a notes of it. Okay. So by using these email templates, we can send a notifications. We can send a notification to the user based on the required subject and content or whatever is required. That means we can send an email upon performing the bank transaction. That means automatically email has to be sent. Whenever the transaction is happening, automatically send the email. Or for example, there is a Salesforce, but whenever I have an issue, I'll raise a ticket to the Salesforce. That means whenever customer is raised a case, immediately we wanted to send an email. So whenever we raise a ticket to the Salesforce, immediately we will receive one email. Thank you for creating the case. This is your case number. And so person will contact you soon. Right? So we can also send an email whenever there is a case is created by the customer. Another way is like whenever there is a festivals or some occasion is happening, could be a new year, could be a birthday celebrations, or there is some special day. So whenever the special day is there, automatically we wanted to send auto email to all the members. Whoever is the birthday is there on that day, everybody should receive the email. Or during the festival season, everybody should receive the email. Like that is also automation, which we can do it. So where we can send an email to all the members based on the occasion or based on the festival or maybe the birthday, whatever is there, we can send it. Now another way of automation sending the email is whenever we are applying a resume or a job for a particular position. Now in the Naukri.com or in different sites we have it, right? So whenever we are applying a job, after applying it, we will receive one email. Thank you for showing your interest and your resume is uploaded on this site and our team will contact you as soon as possible. Right? That is also automation, where they will be sending the different emails. Like this, there are not only this, there are so many other, so many different ways. When you are buying it online, Amazon. So when you are buying in the Amazon, after buying the, like after you have purchased it, paid through the credit card or a debit card or online transaction, once it is booked, that means once you ordered, there is a one email that comes to you saying that this is the product that you have ordered and this is the amount that you have paid it and it will deliver by this day. Right? That is also automation email template that happens at the back end. Now there are different ways of automation which we can do it by using the email template based on the scenario. Based on scenario, we can send an email template to the different type of people, different customers or different partners. Right? We can send the email. Now, in order to send an email, there are two types of category, two types of email templates. One is a standard email template and the second one is a custom email template. There are two types of email templates. One is a standard email template, second one is a custom email template. Standard email templates are nothing but these are the ready-made emails which are provided by the Salesforce. By default, whenever the Salesforce org is created, Salesforce itself is providing the few email templates. That means if I go to the Salesforce CRM, if I search for an email templates, there is a default few email templates Salesforce is provided to us. Those are just like samples. If you want, you can use it. And we can also customize it. We can also remove those email templates. There is a flexibility is there for the email templates. We can also remove the standard email templates and we can customize it. We can modify it based on the business requirement. If client says that they do not need the standard templates, then we can delete those templates. Now, the second one is custom email template. If the standard email template is does not fulfill, if the standard email template is does not fulfill, then developers or an admin usually go for the custom email templates based on the requirement. They will implement their own email template. Now, what is the content needs to be placed inside the email template is provided by the client. Client will provide what is the subject and what is the content needs to be placed inside the email. Everything they will provide it. Take a notes of it. Now, let's go ahead and see where can we see the email templates. Go to the setup and search for email templates. Search for email templates. You will see there are two types of email templates. There are two types of email templates. One is a classic email template. The second one is lightning email template. Now, our first focus is to understand classic email template. Now, click on this classic email template. When you click on a classic email template, you will be able to see few of them which are already Salesforce is provided. Salesforce is already provided these templates. These are the standard. These are the standard. Right? These are already Salesforce is provided this. If you want to delete it, you can delete it. If you want to customize it, you can customize it. Right? It doesn't say that this is a custom or this is a standard. Because standard email templates also behaves as a custom email templates. It has a flexibility to delete the standard templates. Now these are the standard templates. Now whenever we create a template, now these templates can be created. There is a folder. Now when I save this, what will happen? It will save into the draft folder. Right? If I create this email template, now it will store into the draft folder. Similarly, in the Salesforce also, we have a different type of folders are there. Whatever the email template we are creating it has to be associated with the email template folder. It has to be associated with the email template folder. That means every template has to associate with the folder. Now here the folder, there are different folders. By default, Salesforce is providing it. Now there are two types of folders are there. Every template is associated with the folder. Without a folder, you cannot create a template. Without a folder, you cannot create a template. Now each email template should get resides inside the email template folder. Now email template folders are two types. One is a standard email template folder. Second one is custom email template folder. Second one is custom email template folder. Now, all email template folders or information get resides inside the folder object. There is a object called folder object. You cannot see that object here. If you go to this object manager, if you search here folder, you will not be able to see that object here. You will not be able to see the object here. That object is not visible on the UI level, but you can see the objects in the developer console. There are multiple ways to view the object details. Now, if I go to the developer console, now here file, open, and object is search for email. Search for email. When you search for an email, so here we have a folder called email template. Email template. So email template, right? So that what are the email templates we have it? All the email templates will be stored inside the email template object. Similarly, folder. Whatever the email template folders are there, all the folders will be stored into the folder object. Right? Now let me show you the templates. Now if you search an email template, open it. Now ID, name, developer name, and then folder ID, folder name. Click on query. Whom is active. Click on query, executed. Now we can see all the templates. What are the templates we have it? Right? Total 17. All of them into the folder name called Unified Public Classic Email Template. Like this, we can see here. There are few objects which you can see only in the developer console. You cannot see in the object manager. No, there are two types of an email template folder. One is a standard email template folder. Second one is a custom email template folder. Now, standard email template folders, again, Salesforce is providing the default two templates, two folders. Salesforce is providing the two template folders. One is unfiled public classic email template folder. And the second one is my personal email template folder. Now, if I go to the Salesforce, in the Salesforce, if I go to the email template, now inside the email template, we have a two standard email template folder. One is unfiled public classic email template. Second one is a my personal email template. Second one is my personal email template. Now, unfiled email template is nothing but this is the public folder. This is public folder, and which can be accessible by all the users in the organization. That means if I have created the template and if I place the template inside this unfiled public class email template, means everybody can access, whoever the users are there in this org, everybody can access this particular templates that are inside this folder. Right? Unfiled public classic email template is nothing but this is a public folder which can be accessible by all the users in the organization. And the second one, which is called as a my personal email template folder. My personal email template folder. Now, my personal email template folder is a restricted. It is a restricted folder. That means the email template can be accessible only by the owner. Only by the owner. Whoever is creating the email template, only the owner can see. Now, for example, if I create an email template here, And if I place that email template inside this my personal email template, only the owner can see here. Whoever is creating the template, only that person can see it. Now, other members inside this organization cannot see the email templates. So it is a restricted folder. It is a restricted folder. Take a note of it. Okay. Next one is a standard custom email template. Now, custom email templates is folder is nothing but based on the client requirement or maybe the admin or maybe the developer. So what they will be doing is they will be creating their own email template folder based on the application module or a department or something to identify the records which are related to the Salesforce, So let's assume that we have different departments. Now I have here different modules like I have a IT department. There are few templates only for the IT department. There are few emails which we need to send it only for the sales department. And few emails only for the service department. Or there are only few of them which we need to send it to the marketing department. And internal employees. There are few templates only for the employees. And there are few templates which are for the customers. And few email templates which are for the partners. Now we have to divide those email templates. So whenever we are creating the template, we have to decide it, these email templates can be used to the partner or can be used for the customer. Now I can create a multiple folders here. I can create a multiple folders either based on the application or based on the module or based on the department or based on the who is the two address person. Right. So basically, whatever the templates folders we are creating it, all the template information will be stored into the email template object. Now, for example, if I wanted to create a new template folder, now click on here, create a new folder. Now, when we click on the new email template folder, now here email template folder label, let's assume that this is a sales department. Sales department. And do you want to access this read only or a read write? What is the level of access for this folder? Read only means only you can read the whatever is there. So you cannot edit this folder. So let's say that I'm going to go for a read write. Now, what is the public class email template? That means there are a few standard templates which are already available. These are standard email template which are already available inside this unfiled public classic email template. There are few of them is already available, right? So those are already present inside the public classic email template. Do you want to move any of this email template to the sales department? Let's say that new customer email, I wanted to move it to the sales department. Then select that particular email template and move it to the classic email template to this folder. And this folder is accessible by the all users, or do you want to access by the only few members, or the folder is hidden from the all the users? Do you want to hide this folder from everybody? And this folder is accessible only by the following users. Or do you want to make it like we have a different groups are available? Now inside the group, only few members will be there. Now inside these few members only we wanted to share this folder. Let's say now, for example, I wanted to share for the all the users who are is present inside the org. Now let's click on save. Now custom folder is created, custom email template folder is created, and this custom email template folder is sales department. Now inside the sales department, we can see one email template which is called as a new customer email, because while creating it, we have moved from the unfiled public folder to the sales department folder. Now this will not be available inside the unfiled. Sales, new customer, I cannot see it here. It is only available inside the sales department. And this is about the email templates. This is the first one. Now, whenever I wanted to create a new email template, let's click on this email template. When we click on the email template, the first thing it is asking is, what is the type of email template? What is the type of email template? That means email templates there are 4 ways we can create it. That means there are different 4 type of email templates. One is a plain text or a text template. Second one is HTML. This is by using the letterhead. And the third one is a custom. That is without using the letterhead. And the fourth one is Visual Force template. Visual Force template. There are 4 type of templates we can create it. Plain, HTML by using the letterhead, custom without using the letterhead, and then Visual Force template. Take a notes of it. Now, let's see the how to create a plain text. Plain text or a text template. Now, in this approach, we can prepare the email templates. We can prepare the email templates which contains the email in the form of plain text. That means you can create a plain text field. Now, normally, how do you write a email in the Gmail account without any font changes, normal generic No font change, no coloring, nothing is there. Just a simple, straightforward, plain text email template. So whenever you wanted to create a plain text format, now in that case, what will happen is we can use the plain text, which does not have any attractive look, feel, or like images, pictures, nothing is there. Nothing is available. Now, in that case, we will go for a plain text. Now, here, plain text example, let's see the scenario or use case. Configure a email template to notify the lead person, upon creating a new lead record, in the object. That means whenever we are creating a new lead record, now here we have a lead object. Whenever we are creating the new lead record, now upon creating the new lead record, so assume that as soon as I click on a save button, there is an email that should go out to the customer. There is an email that should go out to the customer, which is automatic. That means behind this button, we need to write the automation logic to implement. That automation we will do it later, but right now what we are doing is we are creating the email template, we are creating it. Now here while creating the template, the subject is congratulations, your lead record has been created successfully. Your lead record has been created successfully. Email content is, dear customer, thanks for showing your interest in our organization product or a service. We are pleased to inform you that your lead record has been created in our database for the future reference. And one of our Salesforce person will contact you shortly. So this is the overall information, and in case if they wanted to contact any information, they can mention here, this is system generated email template. Please do not reply. And then we'll have a signature at the bottom. So this is the template which we wanted to create it. Now let's go ahead and create it. Classic email template. Now here we have a click on the new template. When we click on the new template, there are 4 types of are there. Text HTML with using the letterhead, custom without using the classic letterhead, and then visual codes. Now text is, we have selected the text. When we have selected the text, that means it is a plain text. Now click on the next button. Now once we click on the next button, it will ask you few details here. Right? So folder name is, it is asking the folder name. Which folder do you want to place this template? Now let's say here sales department. Now is this available to use for everybody? Yes, it is available to use it. What is the employee email template name? What is the email template name? Let's assume that this is a new lead. This is new lead. Now here description, what should be the description? Description is not mandatory. Now what is the subject? Subject is congratulations. Congratulations. Your lead record has been created successfully. Now, what is the email content? Let's say that here, dear customer, thanks for showing the interest in our organization. Right, and then we are pleased to inform you that your lead record has been created in our database for the future reference. Now, one of our Salesforce person will contact you shortly. Right, so this is the information you wanted to send it. Now let's say here, this is a system generated email. System generated email. Generated email. Please do not reply. Please do not reply. And then click on down. Thank you. And record thanks and regards. Or let's say thank you. Sales team and Dell company. And click on the save. This is the email template. Now it is created the email template. Template name is this. Template unique name is automatically created, which is the API name. Email template API name is new underscore lead. And this is the encoding unique code UTF-8 and then available for usage. Now, after creating the email template, in case if you wanted to test the email template, after creating the email template, you wanted to test it. In order to test that, click on the send, test and verify merge field button. There is a button which is available. Send, test and verify merge fields. Verify merge fields. When you click on this, now, as soon as you click on that button, now it will ask you to just select the checkbox, send email to preview. Now click on this, send test and verify merge fields. So once it is done, now here is the option. This is the pop-up screen which will be displayed. This is the pop-up screen which will be displayed. Now it is going to ask you that click on this send test and email template. Check this send email preview. Send email preview. Whom do you want it to send it for testing purpose? Whom do you want to send it testing purpose? Right now, I'm not specifying this and this. Right now, we are not going to. I'm not going to explain this one. First, we are going to check only this send email preview. That means for testing purpose, where do you want to send the email to which Gmail ID. So I'm specifying here samskarid@gmail.com. Now click on this OK button. Once we click on this OK button, then what will happen? There is an email that has been sent out. There is an email that has been sent out to the Samskar ID. Now here it says that congratulations. Right, dear customer, thanks for showing the interest. Now this is the email that whatever we have written, that is the email which gone out. Right, it's a simple plain text. Nothing is there here like a font change or coloring or images. Nothing is there here. Nothing is available. Now which is directly it is showing the information. Which is nothing but a plain text. Take an assignment. Configure email templates to notify the case owner on the creation of the new case record. On the creation of new case record. Now, email subject is new case record is created. Email content is dear owner. New case is generated in the system. Please review the new case within 24 hours. And this is a system generated email. Thank you, Salesforce team, Dell. Now, this is the assignment. You need to create it. Okay. Now let's move on to the interview questions. What is cross-object formula fields in Salesforce and when to create it? What is cross-object formula field and when to create it? And how to create a cross-object formula fields? How to create a cross-object fields? And what are the differences between the cross-object formula fields and custom formula field? What is the differences between the cross-object formula field and custom formula field? Next one is, what are the points to remember while creating the cross-object formula field? What is the points to remember custom formula field? Whenever we are creating the cross-object formula field, what are the points that we should remember it? And the next one is, what is email templates? What is email templates? When to use email templates? What are the navigation steps to create email templates? What are the different type of email templates? What is email template folder? What are the different type of email template folders? What are the different type of email template folders? Provide few examples where examples to use email templates? Which object stores the email template folder information? Which object stores the email template information? Email template information. What is plain text or text template? How to create plain text and text template? What is the navigation steps to test the plain text email template. That's it. And we'll provide the trial head. So I have provided the trial head.